We welcome to the show NFL insider Adam Schefter. We appreciate the time so much. Dolphins training camp is underway. People are very excited about this team here in Miami. However, nationally, there's not a lot of belief that this team can compete. From everyone that you've talked to, your sources, what are your expectations for what Miami can do this season?
Well, I think the Dolphins have a chance to have a good season. But the question becomes, you're in a division with the Buffalo Bills. I think that the New England Patriots and New York Jets both will be dramatically improved with new head coaches. I think that both teams will be very competitive and much tougher than they've been in recent years. So if you're talking about a great Bills team and two improved teams, that makes life difficult for the Miami Dolphins. The good part for them is that they've got a lot of talent on the roster. If they play up to their capabilities, they should be able to have a successful season.
Mike McDaniel missing the playoffs for the first time as the Dolphins head coach last season, finishing up 9-8. Injury is always a part of the game, but a lot of teams feeling that defenses are figuring out his offense and there's no counter.
If what you're saying is accurate, and I don't know that it is or it isn't, but if that is true that everyone's adjusted to him, I will guarantee you that Mike McDaniel will have figured out something this offseason to pivot off of. There's no way that smart, successful coaches just keep running the same plays, the same offense, the same ideas, and have everybody adjust, but you don't.
There hasn't been a playoff win here in 25 years. A lot of that maybe on Chris Greer, who's now in his 10th season as the GM. Has he done enough to put his roster in a spot to compete in this division?
They're going to have a chance to show it on the field in 17 games. And they've gone out and they were aggressive this offseason. They traded away Jonnu Smith and they traded away Jalen Ramsey, and they brought in Minkah Fitzpatrick, who comes back to Miami, and they made a whole bunch of other moves. In this league, when you don't win and you don't go to the playoffs, there is always going to be criticism of the head coach and GM. They have a chance to go out and answer those criticisms and questions this season, and if they don't, then there'll be more questions.
There's a lot of support in Miami for Tua. What are your expectations for what he can do on the field this year, especially given his injury history?
If he's healthy, he's a very effective quarterback. So it was the question last year, but nobody's really talking about it this year. Like, I still think it's the question, right? As long as Tua is healthy, I think they're going to be a good team. If he struggles and for whatever reason can't be healthy, then that's going to be an issue for this team. Now, they did go out and bring in Zach Wilson. They'd have to see what he would bring to the table, and he's got talent, but you want Tua out there for 17 games, and you want Tua out there to give this team the best chance to win.
I guess just one more Dolphins question. It's rare that a player like Minkah Fitzpatrick, you have a first-round pick, asks out under a former coach. We know that Chris Greer loves him, was one of his favorite players, and now he's traded back to the team. It's just kind of a unique situation. How do you think that plays out?
He has come back to a place where he's thrived in the past. Sometimes, when you break up with people, you want to get back together. And both sides here had an interest in getting back together. Miami knew what it was missing. It brings in Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's got another chance to make a mark in Miami. Also, when a team surprises you with a trade, I think sometimes, they're writing you off. I'm sure with the competitor that he is, with the type of player he is, it's going to be important to him to go out there with that professional pride and show that the Pittsburgh Steelers made a mistake.
Adam, the real reason we're talking to you today is about type 1 diabetes. It's a disease near and dear to your heart. Your family lives with it every day. Why is it so important for you to raise awareness about this?
Well, thank you for asking, Josh. And my wife, Shari, is a type 1 diabetic. So I watch every day what it's like for her to manage this disease. And it's why I've partnered with Sanofi to raise awareness around the importance of screening for type 1 diabetes. It can't be prevented, but it can be detected early. Screening can give you valuable time to prepare, and it's why I'm telling people to make a plan. Go visit their doctors. To start out with, they can go to the website, screen4type1.com, to learn more about T1D.
Adam, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate this. And we will always be thinking of you and your wife and your family's fight against diabetes. And Dolphins fans, thank you so much for this insight ahead of the season.
Josh, thank you for having me today. Really appreciate the time.